A very warm good morning to all my dear students. Welcome to your English online class. Children, today we will start 19th chapter of English grammar, that is relative clauses. Now first of all we will understand that what is a relative clause, children. Now children, as we know that clauses are of two types, that are main clause and subordinate clause. So a relative clause, children, is a subordinate clause, and it gives us specific information about the person or the thing we are talking about in the main clause. So what is a relative clause? It is a subordinate clause, and it gives us specific information about the person or the thing we are talking about in the main clause. It defines or identifies the noun that comes before it. Means it gives the specific information, or we can say it defines or identifies the noun which comes before it. Let us understand this with the help of few examples. She loves the bag which her mother had gifted her. Now in this sentence, children, the part of the sentence which her mother had gifted her is a relative clause, because it is giving us more specific information about the noun the bag which has come before it. Okay, so as I told you that relative nouns gives us specific information about the person or the thing we are talking about in the main clause. So this clause is giving us specific information about the noun, that is the bag which has come before it. So this is a relative clause. Now children, a relative clause is introduced by a relative pronoun like who, which, what, whose, whom and that, or a relative adverb like why, when and where. So now we will study about the uses of relative pronoun and adverbs in relative clauses. Okay. Now first of all we will study about the use of relative pronoun, that is who. Now we use children who in a relative clause when we talk about a person, or when we talk about a person and not a thing. So we use who in relative clause when we are talking about a person, okay, not a thing. Let us understand this with few examples. A man who was helping the fishermen anchor their boats rescued the drowning child. Now in this sentence, children, the relative clause who was helping the fisherman, in this we have used who for a person, that is a man. Okay. We met the girl who sells exquisite handcrafted lace covers in the market. Now in this relative clause who sells exquisite handcrafted lace covers, we have used you who for the noun, that is for the person, the girl. Okay. Now we will study about the uses of which and that. Children, we use which and that in a relative clause when we refer to a thing instead of a person. Let us understand this with the help of few examples. I am looking for the book which was kept on the coffee table. Now in this relative clause which was kept on the coffee table, we have used relative noun which to refer to the book which is a non-living thing, or okay, which is an object, which is not a person, which is a thing. Okay. Now we will study about the use of relative noun what. We sometimes use, children, what instead of that as a relative noun. Okay, we use what instead of that as the relative noun. Like I apologize for what I said. Now we have used what in place of that. Okay, we could have written the same sentence, I apologize that I apologize for that which I had said earlier. Okay, I apologize for that which I had said earlier, and we can use what in place of that, and the sentence will be I apologize for what I said earlier. Now we will study about the use of relative pronoun whose. Now children, we use whose to show possession. It is used in place of his, her or their, and it is followed by a noun. For example, our sports teacher congratulated the gentleman whose son was selected for the state for the state cricket team. Okay, so in this sentence we have used whose, okay, to show possession in the relative clause we have used whose to show possession. Now we will study about the use of relative noun whom. Whom is used to refer to a noun or a pronoun which acts as the object in the sentence. Whom is used to refer to a noun or a pronoun which acts as the object in the sentence. It is used in place of him, her, or them. For example, the doctor whom we want to consult is performing an emergency operation. Okay. Now we will study about the use of when, where and why. Now children, a relative clause may be introduced with the relative adverbs when, where and why to talk about time, place and reason respectively. So we use when, where and why in relative clause. We use relative adverbs when, where and why in relative clause to refer to the time, place and place and reason respectively. We use when in sentence where the noun refers to time. So we use when, children, in sentence when the noun refers to time, that is year, month, day, to talk about and we use where when the noun refers to place, and we use why when it refers to a particular reason. Okay. For example, my mother remembers the days when she and her friends would gather at a neighbor's house to watch TV. Okay, to watch TV. Now in this we have used when. In this sentence we have used when, children, to refer to time. Okay. Now can you suggest a shop where I can get second hand musical instrument? Now in this sentence we have used where for place, and I know the reason why there is none of the usual traffic on the streets today. So here we have used why to refer to a particular reason. Okay. Now see question number A, children. In this you have been asked to fill the blanks with appropriate relative pronouns. We will do some of the sentences, children, randomly, and rest you will do yourself. Now see the first one. The dog dash owner had abandoned him, has found a new home. Now here we have used relative pronoun whose. Okay. See this one. The little girl who was gifted a piano is thrilled. Now we have used who for the person. Okay, little girl. Now we booked a guest house which faced the river. We have used which for a thing, that is a guest house. This is the reason why Enid Blyton is so popular with the readers. Now we have used why for the specific reason. Okay, so this way we will do this whole question. Now omission of relative noun. Now where do we omit the relative nouns? When, whom, which, what, whom, which, that is not the subject of the clause. So children, when which, whom, which, that is not the subject of the clause, we may not use it. Okay. When whom, which, that they are not the subject of the clause, we may not use it, means we can omit them. For example, the boy whom we wanted to meet has gone home with his mother. So we can omit this relative pronoun here, whom, and we can write the sentence, the boy we wanted to meet has gone home with his father. Okay. The meal they served us at the roadside eatery was hot and fresh. So in this we can omit this relative noun that, and we can write the sentence as the meal they served us at the roadside eatery was hot and fresh. Now position of prepositions in relative clauses. In informal writing, children, the prepositions come after the verb, and in formal writing the preposition is placed before the relative noun, which or that. Let us understand this with the help of few examples. This is the house Tagore lived in. Now in this we have placed the preposition in. Okay, we have placed the preposition in and this is now this is informal way. Okay, this is informal writing and preposition has come after the verb. See, this is the preposition, and in informal writing the preposition has come after the verb lived. This is the verb, and in informal writing we have placed the preposition in after the verb. Okay. Now in this formal writing, this is the house in which Tagore lived. Now this is the formal writing. In this we have placed the preposition, children, before the relative pronoun which. Okay. So in informal writing the preposition comes after the verb, and in formal writing the preposition is placed before the relative pronoun, that is which or that, as you have seen in these two sentences. This is informal writing. In this we have placed preposition after the verb, and in formal writing we have placed preposition before the relative pronoun, that is which. Okay. Now see this question, children. Fill in the blanks with the relative pronoun if necessary. Put across where they are not needed. The person, now in this sentence we don't need a relative noun, so we have put across here. He met at the wedding was his childhood friend. See this, Meena is writing a play that she hopes to act in as well. My friend who lives abroad, my friends who live abroad have come home for 2 weeks. So this way we will do this whole question, children. So children, today we will do this much only, and the rest of the chapter we will do in the next video. Thank you. God bless you.